morning. It is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the organization Peace of Mind, and as I keep joking about throughout the PEACE. You type in PIECE, I think you get an organization that they like to yell at you and just give you a piece of their mind.
There you go. We could do that too if they wanted.
But we're going with the PEACE, Peace of Mind Animal Rescue. Joining us here in studio is Tracy Schultz and Erica Wells. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Thank you.
Well, first, thanks for coming by and talking to us here. I guess we probably should start at the beginning here and give folks a little bit of background and just tell them what Peace of Mind is all about.
Okay, so Peace of Mind Rescue of New Mexico. So you want to put that in on Facebook. That it comes up of New Mexico.
Yeah, more rabbit holes.
Yes. Is an organization where it centers on Roswell cats, and we pick up cats, kittens, and we do dogs. It's very rare, but we save about 100 a year.
Sure. Well, and there's a lot of folks that like and work with dogs. I'm not saying we don't have enough. We always use more. But sometimes cats get, pardon the pun here, fly under the radar a little bit on some of this.
And to be honest, cats are a little bit easier because you don't have to have that yard if you become a foster for us, which we're always looking for.
Yeah.
You just have to have that. We'll give you the crate. We'll give you the kitty litter. We'll give you everything just to give them a room and a place to stay till we can
kind of find them. It's I would say if you want to be a pet owner and be a pet family, but you're kind of like you're a hectic or busy schedule, or you're what do you feed it? You got one of those things going on. A cat is probably a more better entry level pet because like you say, you don't take them on walks. You don't have to worry. I mean, as long as you keep the litter box clean and put some food and water, they pretty much take care of themselves.
Absolutely, and they have automatic kitty litter boxes now that just scoop it for you.
Yeah, although you got to work some of them into that because some cats fear the technology.
Okay, there you go.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, as things go, and like you can go on vacations and things, and cats, you might want to have someone look in on them and things. But if you got automatic feeders and litter box things, they kind of
you're good to go.
They just need somebody to rub up on from time to time. But But so you guys, that's pretty much why you guys work predominantly with cats.
We do, and so Susie Fairs, who is the head of it, she's actually in Santa Fe. But she had decided Roswell needed help and has made it her mission there. So what she does is basically we usually transport them to Denver.
Sure.
There's a whole bunch of cat rescues. Some of them have gone to Arizona. Mm-hmm. I think there's one there also.
So they go where the homes are.
They do.
It's wherever that needs to be. That's where they go.
So we have two rescues right now that we're working with in Colorado. New Hope in Colorado Springs and Angels with Paws. In, I think it's north of Denver is where they're located.
Okay.
And so we just get them. To go across state lines, you have to get what they call a health cert. Mm-hmm. So we have to take these kittens, cats, dogs to the vet, get a health cert, travel them. We have transports that drive them, either meet in Rutan, Colorado Springs, and then we transfer the pets to their rescue transport, and then on they go.
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit involved, even though we do it like usually every week.
Good.
We're told 4:45 at South Springs, and so we all run there with our cats we get it done.
It's the regular route there, so to speak.
It is. Yeah, and the vets here have been great. South Springs is usually who we go to, but we have worked with College Gardens and Cielo Grande.
Good.
Cielo Grande, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, so they have all been really great with helping us out.
Yeah, and I think if anybody understands our pet overpopulation problems in this city, it's our veterinarians. They see it day in and day out. I mean, that's why when you adopt a pet from any, whether it's animal control or the Humane Society or any of these places, that's why they want you spay and neutering, and obviously with city ordinances on chipping and stuff. This is all to help curtail this long ongoing problem that Roswell's had with pet overpopulation, and these are steps. And it's not going to fix any of this overnight, but we got to keep doing this, and it'll get there. Once that's why you see people. Because we have a feral cat problem in our towns.
We do, and that's what got me started doing this. Actually, we moved here a year and a half ago. My daughter started working at Farley's, and back behind Starbucks and Farley's, they have those
colonies.
Oh yes. And so we ended up taking some in, and that's how I found Susie.
Sure.
And we sent ours out, and so then a couple months later, I was like, I want to do more.
Yeah, and we've got some people. Like I know in our neighborhood, we've got a couple. And the neighbors have adopted them. They've actually, they still are outside but they've kind of made a little area they can go in. But, and then they've kind of collected them as they can, and then go have them spayed or neutered, and then bring them back, and they give them a little collar and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're semi taken care of. They're feral cats. They're not always wanting your attention sometimes.
It would be nice if we could get a program, which other cities have, and hopefully we can work on it in Roswell. It'd be great to get a spay and neuter program where catch and release. We catch them, they clip their ears so that when you see them, you know that they're
taken care of.
Fixed, and then they can just, because they're already in that habitat. Why take them out of that habitat?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and to be honest, that's how we get rid of that population, and because we don't want, because just by comparison, the lifespan and pleasure of life of your house cat versus that feral cat, unfortunately, some of those don't make it. If we get harsh weather or any of those kinds of things, it's a crapshoot whether they're going to survive through it or not. It really is, and so we obviously that's not the ideal thing, but. We got a major. It's a pandemic like problem in this town,
Absolutely.
and this is the gradual fix, and so. But the thing is, we all have to do our part.
Absolutely,
being responsible pet owners is probably step one there.
Yes,
and then rescue. Don't it's more of a dog thing than a cat thing, but still, rescue. That there's you can go to any one of our shelters in town right now, and they probably got an awesome selection of cats.
Oh,
that are
yes, absolutely. And
waiting
this is
for
the
a home.
end of kitten season, so even if you wanted to start with something young, which a lot of people do prefer to do that, you want
it for the long time,
have the cat to grow with the kid, you know, and of course we would prefer not to have to send them out of state. We would prefer that we could have Roswell, the community of Roswell step up and be responsible pet owners. We would love to leave them here.
But we got to go where the people that want them are, and that's Colorado, Arizona.
And they have the big metropolitan areas that have the want for them.
Sure, absolutely. So this is a great thing. Now, if you're listening and you're saying, I think, I've been kind of thinking about this, and maybe the cat's the way to go. Well, good news. Tomorrow, you guys are having a cat adoption event. Folks can come by and see what pets that you have. Now, and I will tell you this, if you go through there tomorrow and you're like, we didn't connect, then keep going. Go to Animal Control, go walk around over there, or go walk next door to the Humane Society. Because regardless of where you find a cat in these areas, you're rescuing a cat.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
That's the important thing.
Absolutely. And we have some kittens that just aren't old enough yet that we'll have pictures of. And if somebody wants to put a deposit down while we're there and say, I want this one, or one of us can hook up with them and say, hey, come check them out at our house. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I actually have quite a few kittens at my house right now. So.
She's like, please come visit.
I'm bottle feeding. I'm mama feeding. So we got it going on in there. So yeah.
Well, and that helps you guys because it shows interest. Like if there's someone saying, "Oh, there's a kitten, but he or she's not at weight yet, or waiting on some shots, or whatever it is that they're waiting on before they're able to be adopted." If you're the family, like, "Oh, but I just want to see how they're doing," and that tells you it's like, "Hey, we got a pet parent here that wants
that's serious about
that's ready and is going to take care of this pet the right way and not do the other things that people do when they're pet owners." But
so it's tomorrow at Big R.
Okay.
South Main.
Yeah.
And we are accepting any donations. If you want to walk into Big R and pick us up some dog food and drop it off, some cat food. Kennels, every little bit helps. Got $1 in your pocket? We'll take it.
Yeah, if you're like, well, I don't know what to get, give the money that you guys know what you need.
It is Adopt a Cat Month. If you want to adopt a cat, please, we could take anything you want to offer us.
I would imagine you guys go through a lot of kitty litter and things like that. So that's probably, if you're thinking in terms like cat litter, bulk sizes of cat food for kittens and for adults, because you get all of them.
We do mostly the kitten food is a big deal, especially right now with it being kitten season. And literally kitten season is every day we find new sets of kittens.
They go into heat early and often.
Yes, people call us. Like the other night, someone called us and she walked out of her house to give me a little small Amazon box with these 3 little kittens, and they were eyes not open, umbilical cord still attached.
Oh, wow. They were just born.
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually have what we call a foster fail, my first bottle feeders. And I got them at like less than 24 hours old, and I'm not giving those to us. They are my babies.
Because, and I imagine that's probably the trick for you and the volunteers is because, you love, you're not doing this because you don't. Everyone that's doing this, they love pets, and they love being involved, and at some point, I think that's the trickiest part for you guys.
Yes.
I've got to let go. I've got to let one go so other people can have them too. But if you're literally seeing them birthed and you're literally taking care of them, and now a month later you're seeing them independently walk around and stuff, it's like your own kid, you know?
Yeah. Yes, it is. We both have had cats that we have fallen in love with. I transported one a couple weeks ago, and I went home, not going to lie, cried myself to sleep and said,
see, that's the other part, because unfortunately, not all of these have happy. Sometimes these pets are so sick that they just don't make it, and it breaks your heart. I mean, my wife and I, we have 2 cats. We got one's from the pound, one's from the Humane Society.
Nice, very nice.
But we had gotten a cat, I think it was from animal control, and it was a little, and it was sickly, and unfortunately, it just was past that point. We brought it home, and it was just getting worse and worse, and it just, it's one of those things. You can't, it stinks, but it's life, and so you got to deal with it, and so you could probably deal with that as often as you deal with the cool stuff.
We do.
So that it pulls at the heartstrings. It is a heartstring pulling thing, but at the end of the day, there's more rewards than the tough stories.
Absolutely. I actually ended up starting a Facebook page for my I put foster fam. So whenever my kittens go out, I write something on it. And so now those people, when they get them, can go and see the little pictures of when I first got them, what their kitten looked like if they wanted to do that.
I like that.
So, and it makes me happy to see what they're doing and flourishing and all of that.
Well, and that's fun because, like, like our cats now, we've had them, 6-7 years in some cases. But when we got them, Facebook that first day. And so, like, every year around that time, I get a picture that pops up on my Facebook.
Yes.
Like, man, she looks so tiny there. And it's like, that's the same cat, you sure? And,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's rewarding, definitely rewarding, and our kids, because you have young kids.
I do.
And I have an 11-year-old son. I have older ones, but I have the 11-year-old at home. And, they get to come and help and see that this is what we do and have a soft spot for animals. So it's amazing for a foster family to do that also.
Yeah, it's great to get involved as a family, as a as an individual, whatever. Yeah, definitely bring the kids along with the cats, because that's all part of that. I know a lot of families, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but a lot of families like to bring pets in the household to give that as a responsibility teaching moment for the kids, and that's a great idea. But if you're going to do that, be it known, you as the parent are the responsible party here.
Yes,
your kid will forget to feed the pet. Your kid will forget to do things that the pet needs. So that means you are going to have to, because the cat doesn't care the kid forgot. The cat still needs the litter box cleaned or whatever it is that needs to be happened. So you as the adult are going to have to handle those things when your child forgets to do them, because it's going to happen.
Absolutely. We did bring one of the cats. One of the kittens.
Oh, we got one here. I saw y'all sneak in. I didn't know.
Yes.
Now, is this Fidel?
This is Fidel. All right. But Fidel did you get him from animal control? I did. And so he was a lost cat, we found out. And the owners got a hold of Erica last night. So he is actually going to be reunited with his family on Saturday.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Super excited and happy.
Fidel's got a cool marking pattern. You don't see that very often.
Yes, he is
This is a harness.
Is Fidel a he? I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's a he.
Fidel, it's almost all white. He's got like 2 black. It's almost like horns. The fur pattern almost looks like little horns right between his ears there. And then he's got a little black tail, and I think the rest is white pretty much. That's pretty.
Yes.
And how old is Fidel here?
He's probably about a year old.
Okay, so he's full grown then.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little guy.
And we found out that his name is Kitty. With a D. Kiddie.
So Fidel has a real name.
Yes, he does.
Well,
he does.
To me, in my heart, you're Fidel for another day or two.
I think for us too. We've all seen pictures and updates on him, so for sure. So
good deal.
Yes.
Well, okay. My Sean. In case, because here's the thing, and Tracy and I talked on the phone the other day, and we were talking, she was going to bring Fidel in, and I was like, what a fun, cool name for a cat. Fidel Castro is his full name, if you want the, and so that, because, obviously these pets, the idea is you guys don't have them long, because you keep them and they go find homes.
We just have to name them really for the paperwork.
Yeah, to categorize, organize, and keep the medical records and everything straight, so you guys come up with great names, but he gave me some suggestions if you need these.
Because I actually have kittens that I need to name.
Brad Kit.
That's funny.
Meow and Damon, if you got two there going
there
on.
you go.
Dennis Hopper.
That's a
that
good
might be
one.
one on that list.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you got a little angry cat, Hissy Spacek.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I can't read this last one. Kat Demmings? Is that what he said? I can't read that last one.
Yes, she's actually, she's an actress.
Okay.
She was on Two Broke Girls.
Oh, that's her.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
And Thor, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I know who she is now.
Yes.
No,
the
the other
dark-haired girl.
one. The other
yes.
one. Yes.
Yes.
She said Thor.
You know
I was
what?
like,
I might
hey.
need that paper to go
All
home
right.
with me to name some kittens.
Well, if you guys need more from time to time, we have a lot of free time to think of things that really aren't
Perfect.
relevant to anything else in life.
Perfect.
So.
I mean, we would love to come in and show you guys a kitten every now and again that we could
every time.
promote.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we could definitely. We'd love to do that,
That
and
would be great.
bring our cats by. And now, because we're cat owners, and I want to encourage folks, obviously for the right reason. But when you come out here, it really is. Cats are. I know they get a bad rap because dog people are very, very loud voice, and I love dogs. I'm a dog guy
Yes.
too. I be honest. I grew up with dogs. I wasn't really around cats till I got married, and she was the cat. There was a cat there when
She
we were
brought good
dating.
things into your life.
Yeah, and so
Yes.
ever since then, and of course we've had dogs. You know, I had my sissy that I had for 15 years. I got from the animal control. She passed away from cancer about 5 years ago, but we replaced her with another cat. So now
Perfect.
now we're a 2 cats family, and that kind of works out our lifestyle better because sometimes we travel and
Yes, yes.
and I hate begging all my friends, can you please let my dog out? Please, so cats are a little more.
Yes.
But I'll tell you, they're trained. They learn routines and everything just like dogs do. They
absolutely.
are very much into your routine and will work around. Now they're going to act sometimes like they didn't want to because it's all their idea. But they love, please, and love like my wife and I. This is a ritual every single time the cats come home, and it's 99% of the time, unless they're mad or acting, uppity. They come home, they greet me at the door, and they say, "Cats, yes, these two do," and then they want rub down time because
Yes.
they literally come in, and the door we go through, we've got like tile floor right there, and they love sprawling out on the cool tile floor. So when we get home, they just sprawl out on their bellies or on their sides and wait for us to rub them down, and then they just sit around and wiggle them like worms. And our first cat, Hannah, we had her, and then we brought Bella in a year or two later. Bella kind of was like, she learned from the other cat. She was like, oh, this is what, and now Bella does the same thing. And so,
They totally get in sync with you. Even the kittens that I have right now, I have about 7 kittens that they're a little over 6 weeks. And so they're in that playful stage.
Yeah.
And the minute we have a pocket door, the minute I open that pocket door, they all run. And it's all these little faces staring at you. And, it just makes you smile.
Sure.
It just makes your heart smile.
And I would recommend, if you're a first-time pet, and especially if you're not home, like if your work schedule, 2 cats do work better than 1.
Absolutely.
Keep each other,
really
especially
does.
with kittens. I would recommend 2 kittens.
As far as the workload, it's not really that much more. I mean, our cats, fortunately, they're very unconcerning about litter box. So if you're not like on your game, they don't care.
And most of our kittens come pretty much litter trained when you get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. It's
It's
instinctual.
very easy,
You just put it down. You maybe give them like, hey, this is your area. And then once they, and I don't know what you guys recommend, but this is what Kim and I have done, and it seemed to work out well, especially if you've already got pets in the household. When we get that first new cat, we, in essence, created our laundry room into like a cat nursery, and we don't let them to the rest of the house for the first week or so.
Yeah, and we actually have crates.
Okay.
So we have one that has a kitty litter. I took the door off and connected it to another one.
Yeah.
So they have their sleep area, their food area, and then their litter spot. So that's what we do. We bring them in, we put them in the crates, and then my dogs, because we have dogs too. We have a husky and a basset hound that's crazy, and they come in, they sniff around the crate, and they get their. They
lets them
used
get
to them.
familiar.
Yeah.
But it also lets the other pets get familiar to the new pet too.
Absolutely.
And trust me, it's integral in getting everybody on the same page, especially with cats, because cats. Unless they were together all the time, there's going to be that establishment of who's dominant or who's kind of there's going to they got to get their feelings and that changes over time too because I mean like the younger cat was the new one and the big cat would now. The younger cats ruling the roost.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, it just...
They have their personality.
The power shifts from time.
Yes.
And it depends on certain things. Like there's certain... Like I think in their head, they've picked favorites. Like one cat's like my go-to and the others.
Oh, yeah,
I think in their head,
definitely.
they've played that out. So sometimes it's like, oh, but you're with him. Therefore, I get priority.
Yes,
you have to wait your turn.
absolutely.
Yes. Like I think there's some kind of hierarchy going on in their heads there. I don't know. I haven't figured it all out yet.
Oh, absolutely. And you think that you're the one telling them what to do, but it's not.
Yeah.
They have control. They know it.
Yeah. It tells me when the food's low. It tells me
Yes,
when,
for sure.
Look at that cool. Sorry, the cat was just laying on the head, just waiting to just head.
He is. She's such a great photographer too, and she puts up these amazing pictures. And that's one other thing. If I could we're looking for a photographer that volunteer could go down and
and help out,
and actually help at animal control too. If they'll, go in and take pictures because pictures.
That's how you get the word out.
Sell the cats.
Yes.
They get
yes, and animal control is so busy with everything, and we can't expect them to be able to get set an animal out there and get that cute picture that maybe a volunteer could go in and do.
And I want people to understand this too. Yes, animal control, they are a kill shelter, but at the same time, that's not their first choice. So I don't. I want people to understand, because I know some people are like, why do you? Because it's a city. It's run by the city. It's taxpayer dollars.
It is.
They've got X amount of facilities and cages and things available. Regardless of demand, if they've got to get animals that are out in the streets being problems or whatever's going on, they've got to have room for them.
And they have been really good. They've been really good because they'll call us when they're getting ready to have to do that.
Everything in their power they call out.
Even if there's dogs, we will do what we can if we have room. And sometimes we don't. And we just feel horrible. But they do give us a heads up.
Sure.
They give us a heads up.
There is a
give
network.
chance.
There's a network.
Yes.
I know yourself. There's a couple other nonprofit no-kill organizations in town here. Right off the top of my head, From Forgotten to Forever is another good one in town here.
Yes, Friends of Roswell Animals.
Yeah,
they
do some great stuff.
They were transporting for us.
Obviously, Humane Society does a great work. So everybody, even if they work in their own little circles, they all have the same end games. And,
absolutely.
And if there's one of these situations where animal control is like, look, I need that we've got one day where we have to put this pet down. They put the feelers out, so they are part of the process.
Absolutely.
But they are beholding to what city policy states and what the ordinance states.
I'm sure those people just are, it gets to them too.
So please don't get mad at them like they do this. Oh, we can't wait. It's not like cartoons.
Oh, yeah, it's the mustache. Exactly.
Yeah, it's none of that. It's just life.
And they're overwhelmed.
They're overwhelmed
by the number of animals out there.
And to be honest, it's our fault. It's all of our faults.
Absolutely.
They're the ones that have to clean up the mess, because the reason and the only reason why we have this is because people are not responsible pet owners. They're sitting out in Walmart parking lot having puppies and trying to make a few bucks off these pets.
Oh, yes.
And if you ever see that, call the police.
Oh, absolutely.
Just call the police.
Absolutely.
A, it's illegal. B, it's detrimental to, because a lot of times these, and I'm sure there's some that are of good intention and everything, but most people, they're just looking to make a quick buck. They're trying to make ends meet, and they don't really care about the health or status of the pet which they are getting, and it's unfortunate.
Please call us.
Yes.
Get on Facebook, get a hold of us, message us. Peace of Mind, Rescue of New Mexico. Get a hold of us if we can. If you have kittens, even if you were trying to sell them, please don't sell them.
Yeah.
Please contact us. We'll make sure they're going to a home that's going to be responsible. Sure. You have to fill out an application for us. We do home, an initial home check. We want to make sure that this cat's going to go to a
place where it's going to be loved. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we see ads on Facebook all the time around Roswell. I've got these kittens here. Can someone help us? We will jump in when we can if we have the room and do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
That and I know people listening out there and you say, well, I'm fine. I get it. But there's a lot of people that don't do it that way. And so for the protection of everyone, the new pet owners, and certainly the pets that are looking for homes, there's got to be some protocol. There's got to be some checks and balances. There has to be everything to make sure everything's above board here.
Absolutely.
And so that's what it's for. And it's I know some people get a little salty about that, but if you think about the end game of what the organization's trying to do, I think you understand why it's there.
Absolutely.
It's for your protection, too. We want to make sure that the pet you get is happy, healthy, and
right fit for you.
And when you take it home, you get all the good parts about being a pet owner, the love and I will say this, and I say this every time, and I know I'm getting on a soapbox rant. What, Mike doing this?
We'll take it.
Shocking. But if you're not willing to make that pet a part of your family, totally integrated as a family member, maybe you should think twice about being a pet owner.
Absolutely.
Because I see people get dogs and they're like, "Oh, I'm for protection in the backyard," and it's like, buy an alarm system, and it's at the end of the day, it's probably cheaper.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to feed it every week.
Yeah,
every
exactly.
day. Yeah,
and this is a living, breathing, thing. You want to you treat it, and you will get tenfold the love back that you.
Absolutely.
Oh yes.
I'm telling you, those days where you're mad at the world and everything else.
Not feeling good.
Yeah, you
your
come
animal
home
knows.
and the cat flops on the ground, and you're just like, all right. And then next thing you know, you're just, all right. You can't pet a cat mad. You just can't do it. It just doesn't happen.
Absolutely.
But please come out tomorrow. Big R.
Yes.
What was the time again for the
Big R 9 to 2, or unless it gets really hot, not going to say I'm going to stay out there in that heat too long.
Yeah.
But
or
yeah.
We're out of pets. Everyone's like taking
That
pets.
would be
Hopefully that will happen.
Sorry, we're out of
That would
pets.
be amazing.
But-
yes. And if you just want to drive up and drop something off that you got somewhere else,
Sure,
and you
donations,
have extra food,
all that
we will
stuff.
gladly be right there to take it from
Yeah,
you. We would be so appreciative of it.
We'll
like I
also
said-
have applications for fosters
Yes,
too.
we'll have applications for fosters there and transporters. If you
Yeah.
have time on the weekend just to take a drive and load up some of our cats, we're always looking for that.
Sure.
And we just started flights in. We had somebody volunteer and
So
flew
now
into
we're-
Roswell, and we're flying them out of here.
I'm thinking with COVID too, that's going to open up the world for opportunities for you guys too. 'Cause
Yes.
I imagine the last year of COVID was probably very difficult to make some of these
I
connections.
came in at the end of it. I'm not really sure how.
Yeah, I'm
Did
guessing
you
there's
guys
probably a lot
still-
of not happening in those first parts there till.
It was a little bit more difficult, and then we had a big influx of cats too because people were home and they were finding kittens, and it was kind of exacerbated the situation.
Just like when you
but-
put a bunch of people in a room and a lot of time on their hands,
yeah,
more
you're
people
gonna
show
find
up.
a lot of babies out
More
there.
cats show up too.
Yes. So AV Flight, I just want to plug them because they gave us a discount on gas
Oh,
for that
man.
pilot to fly in here, and we were able to get 15, I think, cats out of here that day.
Great.
Yes, and he even had one in his co-pilot
Nice.
seat, so I had a good time. So,
That one with the hat on
It
and,
was really sweet, yes.
You take over. I'm going to the bathroom.
And we have pictures. If you want to go to Peace of Mind and look those up, we have pictures of everything going
Yeah,
on.
if you want to learn more and follow,
Yes.
go on Facebook, Peace of Mind NM.
Peace of Mind Rescue of
and
New Mexico.
NM and
Yes.
and again PEACE just
Yes.
just
Peace.
and then you can like and follow, and then of course if you have other questions, if you're
Yes.
like Mike, ask them, and then I didn't get to ask the question, you can shoot there and
Absolutely.
shoot
And
that
Susie,
question there.
usually she does have a job. She's a vet tech, but she'll get right back to you.
Awesome. Yeah, and this is and like I said, if you want to get involved, foster's another great opportunity. If you're like, well, I'm kind of come and go, I'm busy, but
Don't
I love
want the
pets
commitment,
and stuff.
yeah.
We obviously there's not a big palace where we store all these pets until they have their homes.
Absolutely.
We need foster families that can bring a kitten in for maybe a day or a week or a month,
Yeah,
depending.
absolutely. Usually we have about a week or two,
Yeah.
and they're on the next transport.
Yeah.
As long as we can get a transport out, you don't have them very long.
And that way you can come and so if you can get your fix of loving and petting, and then send, like grandkids, send them on their way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Loaded up with
yes.
sugar and everything, ready to go on to their new home.
Absolutely.
But again, look for Peace of Mind Animal Rescue NM
Yes.
on Facebook. Is there any other ways that folks can get a hold of you, if they're not, or another way
I think that's really the. I mean,
best
that's
way?
that's the best
Okay.
way. is
Shoot a
just that
message on
way.
there, or just like and
Absolutely.
follow. And of
Yes.
course, you can see the pets available for adoption. And of course, if you got more questions, come out to Big R tomorrow.
Absolutely.
There'll be volunteers there. They can answer any of your questions. Bring a bring a bag of food. If you bring
Yeah.
a can, bring a lot of cans. But
Yes, yes.
bring some litter box. Now on the litter. Is just the old El Cheapo stuff, or did you get the
I
clumping
think at
stuff's
this
a little
point,
bit more?
honestly, we
Okay.
do have we have one gentleman who is a foster, and he is our go-to for Amazon delivery. So if you drive past his house,
Okay.
he will have boxes of Amazon kitty litter, kitty food
Okay.
stacked up there. But it only goes so far when you have kitten season.
Sure.
So anything we are happy with
I know, like, with-
anything somebody wants to give us.
I know with like
Absolutely.
Humane Society, when they ask, they're like, don't waste your time spending money on the expensive clumping stuff.
Yes.
They just pour it in the box and throw it away.
Yes.
So the El Cheapo stuff. But, if there's going to homes and stuff, you want to grab some of the tidy cats, the clumping, go for it.
Absolutely.
But whatever you would like to bring, and it's in litter, please bring it down. But think bigger's better.
Absolutely.
Buckets, big bags. We got a lot of cats that need to poop.
Perfect. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
So one of our high dollar things is, and I don't expect anybody to donate this unless they wanted to, but with the kittens, we bottle feed. So we have to give them the kitten formula. It's called KMR.
Okay.
And every pet supply, they think they have them at Walmart. I'm not sure, but they come in small cans.
Probably has
we get them in the big bags. But those are something we're always looking for. So the KMR.
And I always say treat it like when you go grocery shopping and everything else. If you're going to the store anyway, or maybe you're going to pick up some stuff for your pets, pick up an extra bag or an extra toy or an extra thing of
99-cent store. We use those. Anything at the 99-cent stores, we'll use those play toys because we have to throw them away between cats.
Sure.
It's just not you don't know what one cat has to the other from where we got it. So we either have to be able to disinfect it or it's just thrown away. So even those little 99-cent toys we would be great with.
I gotta be honest with cats. I wouldn't go too crazy on going with the expensive toys because they generally don't mess with them. You give them a box of Q-tips, they'll be good for an hour.
You give this
highfalutin twirly thing, they stare for about 5 minutes like, give me my Q-tips.
Yes.
So don't go too crazy on it.
Yes.
I mean, you could literally, and I've done this, take the bottle cap off of my soda and throw it on the ground, and I'll never see it again.
Yes. You have a spinner here, and I think that's what he was actually looking at, is this little spinner.
Go ahead and give it a whack. I don't care. Everyone else does. Hey, give it a check out. What's that all about?
Right. There you go.
It is pretty cool. I like it, too. Go ahead and give it a whack.
There you go.
Yeah, be careful. It's going to whack your nose. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's so, if you want to donate, but come out, again, Big R, begin about 9 o'clock, be there to about 2, but get there earlier while it's cooler for everybody else. And while you're there and if you want, go inside Big R, maybe pick up some cat food or some cat. They got pretty much everything on the planet in Big R.
And we are raffling off. We have 2 baskets worth about $70+. They have one is a pet basket. It has a little odds and ends, and one of them is from some of our downtown real merchants downtown.
Oh, cool.
We have some beef jerky in there. We have like a New Mexico little hat.
Oh, so like a local flair there.
Exactly, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 of those that I think we're going to do $1 a ticket, and we'll have a drawing probably, tomorrow night, and we'll call them. So we'll just require a name and a phone number for our drawing. So
get in on the chance
that
there
would be
too.
Great.
Yeah, it's always nice to win stuff when you're trying to help people.
Absolutely, and a bake sale. We're having some good stuff. Someone's making some homemade cat and dog treats too.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So don't mix them up.
Yeah.
Although if it's homemade, it
might not be too bad.
You might be like, it's a little less sweet, but it tastes fine.
Yes,
it's not gonna be like chomping into a milk bone or something.
Hey, not that we've tried that.
I don't care. They make that jerky look just like the human jerky. It even smells like it sometimes. Don't taste nothing like it though. I'm like, is that even meat?
I never fed that to my kids. No.
Absolutely. But it was great to meet Fidel, artist formerly known as Fidel, I guess would be the actual true thing there. But we come out Saturday, and folks, if you're looking, come out, be a part of it. If you're looking, I've always said this before. I think everybody, if you've got a little free time, go find a nonprofit that you're passionate about and get involved with. I don't care if it's for pets or if it's the Homeless Coalition or whatever, or if it's kids sports or whatever it is that you're passionate about. Get involved in one of those and find your passion on that too, because that's how all these good things happen. And if you're going to wait around for governments and things to do things for you, you're going to be waiting a while.
Yes, you are.
So you want a good community. You and I and we are going to have to get off our tails and do it ourselves.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
This is how we do that, is by doing things like this, one cat at a time, one tree at a time, one homeless shelter established at a time. That's how we do it. So come out tomorrow, adopt some cats, and bring some food. And I don't care if you say you're not a cat person, you haven't hung around cats long enough.
Oh, absolutely.
They will turn you. I know they get a bad rap like they're elitist and like they don't got time, and some of that's true. But you know what? Some of that's great, because sometimes pets want your attention even when you don't want it. You're like, dude, I just want to watch TV. Relax. Cats sometimes are like, I get it. I'll go find my corner and hang out when you're ready. Dogs, They're a little more needy.
Yeah, a little bit.
They don't care about your problems.
Absolutely.
Where the cat's like, all right, fine, I'll go lay over here.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Very good. Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
so much.
so much.
We'll see you next time. Okay?
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right.
you.